I'll be hopping into it right now.
Alright.
Oh, I feel better already.
Quick look at the facets. I guess Go Nuts is really the only one you can opt for now on the Hoodwink. They went for the bad influence. So no attack speed limit, and it grants his allies attack speed as well. So that's really going to help out the Beastmaster as well as the Monkey King.
And the yeah, just attack speed for the boys. Get the drums on your Warlock maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Also this like upheaval grants attack speed for talent or something, right? Does Warlock still have that?
Yeah, he does. He does.
Right, so attack speed for days.
Yeah, but I guess the question is, Spirit, it looks like their timing is a lot earlier. Do you still, I guess you still have to build Battle Fury on the Troll, right? Or do you think we'll see a bit more of a mix-up? Maybe something like a Mjolnir coming out early for Radahn?
I assume Radahn's gonna go Battle Fury, but I wouldn't hate the Mjolnir this game. Like just having two Mjolnirs, him and Laurel, looks pretty nice. I wonder how they'll itemize, because there's also a world where Monkey just buys something else, right? Like, again, we talked about the Deso. It's pretty good this game against Storm, against CM, against Bounty. It's really low armor heroes.
Yeah.
Again, they're heroes. So much attack speed, so much physical damage. Hoodwink, Beast, Troll. Oh, 9 class. Good guy, 9 class.
Must have spotted him out with some body blocking. And I made the read that he was there, and they'll give the first blood over to Radahn. Nicely done by the side of Team Spirit. Put themselves on the board. And I do want to bring everyone's attention. Oh no, the ward. I know, but I don't know how much of an impact it's going to have, because it feels like Radahn cancelled out whatever effect that would have by getting the first blood. Now Miposhka's going to be in position to just kind of block as well. Doesn't manage to get that creep. Unfortunately, it's under the tower. But things should even out. Not too bad. Okay. I think the big change on the map, we'll see it once we glance up to the top lane there. It's the hard camp that has been just kind of changed up in terms of terrain, right? We see Collapse taking a bit of an early beating, 9 class. Coming back up here, post respawn, I guess they just, with that ward delaying the creep wave, think that Bristleback can handle himself and put on some pressure onto the Beastmaster instead.
I like this. I think it's important to get Satanic a good start. It's also just, Pierre as a hero, once he gets this, let's say, advantage in the first 2 minutes or first 3 waves, his kill threat just goes up exponentially, especially with CM, right? Imagine this level 2 PA with Corrosion versus this beast with like no wave, no CS in the first wave. They also get a pull. 9 class does return back down here though, so just a little start off. You don't like the other Hoodwink facet, Mike?
It's not that. It's not that I don't like it. It just kind of feels a bit tacky. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you want the bonus attack and cast range? Just get that bushwhack from like in the middle of fog or something like that.
But you get a faster sharpshooter. It's called the hip shot, man.
No, I get it. But if he's just kind of blasting that out to try and break the Bristleback, I'm sure he's just going to wind it up and instantly fire that out anyway. I think the damage is not really a problem for his team. He just wants to break, right?
Fine.
Yeah.
I will accept your argument.
Yeah. You're coming at me for no reason. Hip shot, please listen to yourself.
What do you mean? You're a hip shot.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but it sounded offensive.
Yeah, it sounded really rude, actually. You need to watch it. Oh my goodness. Started things off contentious. Both these teams very peaceful with each other. You gotta stir some shit yourself, eh?
Yeah, where's my Amar?
Yeah, true. Spicy all chat.
Battle.
I will say, yesterday the all chat from Falcons, a lot more tame than usual, and honestly a lot more PMA, a lot more friendly. You know, I feel like in right? other situations they'd be like smiley facing and like just kind of tipping aggressively. Sorry guys.
Nice.
Dude, this is
who says my bad bug? As if it's my fault that I had a bug. G from Collapse. I like that.
It's so funny because Miposhka, without even thinking, said it's okay.
They're just wholesome little people, man.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's kind of new patch things, nice. Right? Probably a lot of new little spaghetti code that Parivision are not used to. Maybe something not quite working like it used to before. They'll be back though.
Bug is. tell me they'll have this Monkey King tree. You know the Monkey King bug when you watch a replay and there's this huge ass tree on your screen?
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun.
I should make that a facet.
What's the facet? That he's just perpetually a tree? Or the tree is like
You block
ginormous?
half your screen.
What do you
When he
say?
boundless strikes you, half your screen gets a tree.
What?
Just can't see.
Why
the
would
left side
that-
of your screen?
Why would you... That sounds so broken. That sounds like Mars Arena with Bloodsport.
Oh, you only block half.
Half a screen?
Yeah.
I'm
have
so
a
glad
tree,
you're
you
not
use a
on the
tree.
design team for Dota 2. There's nothing but awful suggestions. First hip shot, now this. My
Let's
goodness.
start from somewhere, man.
That's true. Well,
That's an awful
Parivision.
suggestion.
I mean, Spirit and Parivision, for both of these teams, they're going to have to start their journey back to the top right here, right? Like you said, these are teams that you kind of expect to end up in maybe top 3 of the tournament. I still turn around. Ducal is taking a lot of damage from this Hoodwink. Rue will be able to get himself that kill. I'll say Satanic forced to run. Yeah, the Hawk is doing way too much.
Oh.
Radiant structures.
Alright, nicely done. Just a nice turn there. CM a little too weak. So the advantage that Satanic had kind of getting counteracted by the kill from Collapse there. Mid lane. Talk about this Monkey being good against the Storm, but no one just doing a really good job here.
Hey, before we talk a bit about the mid lane, I wanted to address the whole Beastmaster, Helm Dom, Helm Overlord conundrum, because I feel like most of the times when we see Beastmasters go for that Helm Dom, they choose the other facet, the Wild Hunt, right? More attack speed for your units around you. Collapse has still gone for the Beast mode, which indicates that he might still go for that Axe build-up. I wonder whether you're still rushing the Axe and just getting the Dom later on, or whether it changes anything, because even before that Helm Dom change, it's not like Beastmaster was a weak hero.
You're right. I also feel there's no like necessity for Helm in this game, right? Like PA kind of kills it pretty fast. Bristle doesn't care about Helm very much either.
Sure.
I definitely can see him just going for the eggs. It gives them more team fight, more skilling, especially with Fatal Bonds right in the drum beat.
The amount of damage that can come out in a short time, very crazy. And you combo Fatal Bonds with any sort of AoE damage, of which you have quite a bit, right? You got the axes coming through, you know, if you get the Monkey King Wukongs on top of Fatal Bonds, that's gonna be really painful stuff for Parivision.
9 class being super annoying, doubling the wave here. But Spirit, that's a catapult double wave that's gonna come in. I wonder if Rue's gonna make a move down here too. Kinda abuse. I guess he can't really leave his Beastmaster. It's a bit too early into a game.
Yeah, I also wonder whether they can actually threaten DM, right? Like he's pretty tanky, he can just kind of walk away. Don't really have the best stuns other than the initial bushwhack, and then that's about it.
So that has Arcane, so you're probably right. We will just see the Eggs build coming out.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
That lane is it's a clown fest, man.
Yeah, what is happening?
Stick charge. Thank you. Stick charge. Stick charge. You can hear his voice as he hits Bristleback. It's like, thank you, I've 20 now.
There's not much you can do with it though.
Man, we take free stick charges.
Oh, did you see that cool little interaction? I'm not sure whether that's how it worked or whether my eyes deceived me, but Radahn launched a ranged auto attack on the courier and then switched to melee and it instant killed it.
Yeah, people used to do it with Calling Blade to last hit. It was so stupid. Showing us why he picked the Troll Warlord.
Yeah, specifically to kill that one courier. Very cool.
You never know, man. I've worked with a lot of pro players. You don't understand the reason behind it, but sometimes it's not about knowing the right reasons.
Collapse in the top lane, gonna get focused down. Nice rotation there from 9 class. Realistically speaking, he wasn't even needed. It was Ducalis and Satanic with the setup. Looking for the Hoodwink in the tree line now, but scurrying away a bit too quick. Kind of trying to maybe set up for the 7-minute Wisdom Shrines here. Lau will mirror that rotation to the bot lane.
It's really just here. You're gonna try and trade. No one's coming top. Spirit probably just gonna go to their side of the map. I said, but Collapse is tipping, so is Lau.
He wanted to try and contest. Rue is gonna come in. Just kind of put his body there. They now know that 9 class is on the shrine itself. They don't have any form of detection, so it's just gonna be a little bit of a standoff here.
The dust is flying out.
Alright, it's on its way.
9 class, how long can you wait here?
I mean, he's level 2. He has
just
nowhere
kinda
more
feeding,
important to be,
right?
right? Like, he's just kind of trying to waste as much time as possible. Gonna now step up. Dust doesn't clip him. Very, very nice timing. A lot of just kind of precious time Lao wastes just being on the side lanes, trying to gank. He does secure double shrine for his team though, so that's very valuable.
Dude, that's so huge. 9 class is level 2. Ru is level 5. You also have Warlock who gets extra levels. This is... Yeah, this is looking bad. It's also because Lao made the movement to bot super early, right? So he got Jingle stacks off hitting the Bristleback too. So the TV top had extra value. No one wanted nothing to do with that.
Setup in the mid lane shouldn't be something that Storm cannot just zip away from though. Some pressure being put on as the 8-minute rune comes up. Gonna spawn in the top lane, and that's where Parivision have the priority. Lao just gonna jump in and snag it from right under Ducalis's nose. No one, he doesn't dare to commit because look at who's here, Collapse. On the prowl, beautiful fatal bongs. They'll just get the kill onto 9 class easily. No one again just has to zip away, and Lao still chasing under the tower. Might be a bit too far forward though, not respecting Ducalis and the damage. And Satanic's now joined the fray, slicing up Miposhka way too deep from the Monkey King, baiting in his team. They pay the big price for it.
Yeah, I don't know about that dive. Was a bit overzealous, maybe mischief on cooldown, maybe a little bit of a misplay, but Satanic comes in and cleans up Miposhka too, which is pretty nice. That's a level 5 Warlock. The only sad part for Parivision is probably 9 class not getting EXP from that. Goes down super early in the fight.
Yeah. A small silver lining is the fact that Radan and Collapse were just farming it up on their respective side lanes, but some losses incurred by Spirit. Not part of the plan there. It's a nice haste rune grab, but giving that kill over back to no one is going to help him out a lot now. They will still rotate up here. Beat down Ducalis, look for Satanic. He is in big trouble. Raw available, but they can't close the distance. The Blink Strike, despite the nerf, still enough to get him away. They'll just have to settle for the tier 1.
Son of Yotaro will make it out to live another day. This does open up the top tower though. Parivision, we talked about them not really having team fight, right? And DM is kind of in recovery mode right now, so any map for Team Spirit, especially to help Collapse, kind of take over this top ancient side is pretty significant. Taking the offlane tower with Beast. I've seen the replays. 33 just kind of lives in the area. Probably see the same for Collapse here.
We've seen a lot of carries this patch. They like to farm in those outer banks area in the top part of the river or the bottom part of the river, and now taking that space away, Satanic's gonna be a little bit lacking in terms of resources. No one again in a good spot for the rune. A regen is gonna help him with his next move if he chooses to try and rotate bot and find Radan.
Spirit's just so strong right now because of the levels. Look at his CM and bounty, he's level 3. Who can even give up the lane? I guess Pierre can jungle, but even in jungle he's being hunted. Golem dropped.
Raw dropped. Everything. Ripper's Lash slapped around, broken up and abused. Satanic gets killed, and Radan makes it through the twin gate just in time. They're gonna try and chase him. Do they spot him? Nice chase down from no one. Had the ward there on the twin gate, and Radan does not escape. So what looked like a great move from Spirit, they end up trading even. Lao will try and contest 9 cast in the mid lane, but again, this Monkey King way too deep by himself. We'll get the Jingle off, but Boundless already used, and Lao will drop again. No one kind of outdoing his counterpart here with some of the moves and opening up space for his team on the map.
It's just no one show. Storm kind of cooking right now. The regen rune coming in clutch, letting him chase down Radan and even TP to the mid lane. Parivision gonna put some pressure of their own.
And there's no raw. Yeah, no raw, no ultimates. What? How do they even walk up to this?
Halberd on DM too, so we talked about the troll counter. Look at his business counter. It's like a brown boots counter. He looks so weird, man.
He knows.
It's really good, right? We talked about the physical damage on Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Super high value item here.
Still is the break in this game so that it's not like DM is completely unkillable, but
We need to do a better job of looking at the runes here. I think not allowing this Storm to get runes or even getting runes for Lao can be super important. We'll get the rune.
It's at the cost of his life though. It's an easy pickup, last minute one there. Very, very nice. It must have been a Lotus fed to him. No one very low on the mana, but they don't have vision up on that high ground. They don't want to overdive again.
The The level 3 heal. Level's coming into play again. No one almost gets the kill. Wukong is used, but Team Spirit will be happy to just deny the Storm the rune. I think no one with these runes has been super annoying.
Yeah.
Deep 80 rune on Miposhka. Chunk it into the tower.
My goodness, this Warlock is laying in heavy. Unfortunately, can't get the tower though. Very sad. But yeah, it hasn't really changed. Like the slight nerf on Orb of Corrosion hasn't really stopped this Monkey King from still building into it. But he has switched gears a bit. So instead of going for that Mage Slayer, he's now looking at that Diffusal instead. Hot lane.
Against Bristle and Storm.
Onto Miposhka. Poor little Warlock gets spotted out, and that gives 9 class his level 6. So some track kills perhaps on the menu coming up for Parivision.
Finally, baby. He is no one's goal source, right? He's the investment fund that no one wants.
Yeah.
Having such a good game on this Storm now. With track kills, Miposhka and Ru have to be a little bit more careful. They're super susceptible to the Storm kills. Lao even are pretty easy kills for Storm, CM, Bounty. Especially early on in this game.
Yeah. Bounty Hunter's kind of the sugar daddy right now, right? Like, as long as you roll up with him, you play with him, he's gonna reward you with a ton of money. Of course, you're going to be rewarded with a lot of behind-the-scenes content and all the updates you need about Fissure Studios and their tournaments. You follow us on our socials. Follow Fissure socials by typing !F in chat. You'll get a link to all of it. So be sure to subscribe. Follow Fissure there. Another contest, 9 class. Looking for an avenue, you gotta get in here to contest in time, and Collapse will at least deny it. Pop the raw out, 9 class, he's not getting out of this one. One more X. Not even needed. The drum beats will knock him down, but ends up being a bit of a trade out because DM gets some free time in the mid lane to just punch that tower down.
One again with the rune. We'll try here though. See what we find.
We'll try and contest DM. The break just causes him to melt. Easy setup there. DM wandering a bit too far away from where Storm Spirit was positioned.
This is a kill. This chance.
Enough one charges to get himself up towards mana for the battle trance as well, so wanting to risk it. 9 class is nowhere nearby. It's just no one in Ducalis down here, and they have to try and back all the way up Ducalis. A run into range, yeah, this is a very slow CM.
Commander fight.
And they're not even gonna make it there if they lose this CM. Out of the contest. Dropping low now though, maybe a bit too far forward. Again on this monkey, he needs to watch himself. Miposhka had that golem to drop, but he's tracked up so low on the monkey. Gonna turn around the Bowlers with the setup. It's zipping forward to try and kill him. Miposhka looking for an avenue to drop the rock, but can't find it onto no one. As the Storm again. Big playmaker for the side of Parivision. Can he play his way out of this one? Starting to get hunted down. Root not even needed, but he has that TP, needs a bit of mana. Bushwhack gonna find him, and Radan all over him. Still trying to zip, still trying to play. No one on a sliver of HP, a hope and a dream, but with the axes coming through, he's gonna get cut down. Radan finds that dominating kill streak, and Spirit take big wins in the bot side of the map.
No space for them, but this is Team Spirit's timing. Maybe not so much, but Collapse with the X complete. Miposhka, so much discipline to not drop the golem there. He understood Lara was dead, and he was looking at the Storm the whole time. I see them get this for free right now. The pace ramps up. We talked about Spirit being fast, and you see how strong they are right now before the items come out on this Bristle, on this PA. Just the outright team fight and spells they have. Enters Boomerang too for Ru. Super nice. Little bit of a spell damage amp with the Beastmaster, with the Fatal Bonds.
You imagine you get that with a Fatal Bonds. You get that on like 2 or 3 heroes. Amp up the spell damage. In comes a bunch of axes.
Kinda worried for his Monkey King though. I know they have a lot of strong team fight, but he kinda needs BKB to cast spells. Speaking of cast spells.
Nice little tree cut there from Satanic. Very cute play, but it might not bail him out of this sticky situation. Link striking away. Teammates are trying to stream over, but it's way too late for that. Ru and Collapse get it done. They had more than enough damage, but now Parivision looking to punish. Throw a couple of spells out. All they find is some balls for now. Miposhka is in fact around collapse, maybe baiting a little bit. There is a golem, drop the fatal, drop the rock. It's a lot of damage onto no one. He's dropping so low in the trees again. If they can find this storm, that will be worth it. They trade out and it's Radahn who gets the kill again. Oh, no one was the big playmaker for them in this early stage of the game, but now he's starting to drop. He's trying to find these opportunities, but it's just coming at a cost. And Spirit, like you said, they're a bit too strong right now. Look at Ducalis. He's just gonna get shot down. Rue with another beautiful sharpshooter. These kills, the gold, it's starting to flow into the pockets of Team Spirit. Getting advantages across the map and playing at a pace that Parivision, they just can't keep up.
Team Spirit, right place, right time. It's so hard for no one. You see his kills, they take some time, and once the golem drops any chain stun, he just kind of goes down. Has to exhaust so much of his mana to just kind of keep up. He's Bristle, so not really having the impact we thought he would. He's doing okay in net worth, but DM, without the Sting Raid facet, going for Snot Rocket, which honestly is probably the more common facet, right?
Yeah,
not really able to have a huge impact running into their heroes.
Crackle on the Monkey King is so annoying because he just can't get that freedom in the tree line. Always scared about the storm just zipping through and cutting you down, but hasn't really been the case so far. A couple of overextensions in the early game from Lal, but still has led to Spirit being at a 5k gold lead. In a very good position with most of their items. You gotta imagine that Spirit will be looking for a small team fight win, maybe 1 or 2 major pickoffs, and just head on into that Roche.
Spirit, they're kind of grouping for mid tower now. Collapse has his first dagger.
He absolutely knows. Reads 9 class like a book. Free tower. It'd just be a free Roche. 28 seconds without your bounty, but Team Spirit, you gotta head on over there.
And that's just the thought process playing against 9 class, right? It's like, where is the most annoying place he can be? Oh, right here, Dust.
It's worked out for them twice now, even in that level 1 sort of situation where he was right next to them trying to contest that bounty.
No one's gonna go for a steal. It's super hard though. What the hell? I thought Roshan respawned.
Yeah.
With the scam.
Yeah, this caught me off guard a little bit here at Fissure Universe Episode 4. Watching the official stream from Fissure Studios.
They have a pretty nice observer here. They know some heroes are on the high ground. Who's hunting?
This Roche is bugging me out, man. Like the fact that he's just gotta... I keep thinking he's gonna randomly toss Miposhka, like, aside.
Another rune denied. Parivision, they wanna use their timing though. BKB on Satanic, Arcane Rune on no one. They can take a good fight here if they find the right target. Maybe Laurel or even Miposhka. I feel like Miposhka is probably the biggest kill they can find.
I mean, Miposhka needs to die. So far, these Fatal Bonds and the Golems, they've just been such high impact. Feels like Parivision's draft not very forgiving. They need to try and jump in, burst the hero, but if they aren't able to do so before that Golem comes out, can be very painful. Speaking of pain, broken up in the mid lane. Again, DM is just an easy kill for Team Spirit to pick up. Goes on the wave and gets punished for it.
Yeah, he kind of had to, but just bristle into Hoodwing, right? We know. Oh my god, again. That was so close. Bristle into Hoodwing, the break. Laurel with the Jingle does not care about the kill spray damage. Collapse has his own lifesteal from the eggs. And Team Spirit, they're looking super dominant right now. Just need to be careful of positioning, maybe not give away a fight where Satanic cleans up. And I think the game is looking pretty much in their favor right now.
Yeah, this game just feels so free. As long as you're not getting caught out on Rue on Miposhka to start the fight, the setup is easy. Again, Parivision, with that last pick Bristleback, it has seemed like such a strong hero in this current patch, but you pick it confidently into the, you know, the break of the Hoodwing. Is that like just lack of respect there? I mean, maybe it's a matchup that I'm sure DM, he's played tons of games of Bristleback. He's played against breaks before. But it's really proving to bite him in the butt here.
I think it's just the formula they play with, right? DM's usually the wave push, Satanic's the kind of 1v5 carry, no one's the enabler, but I felt like they like the team fight, you know? I feel like Spirit has too much team fight with their first 4 picks.
Yeah, the Atos from Rue has been such high value. He's been getting himself involved in so many of the kills and a lot of net worth on this Hoodwink. Atos complete as well as the Glimmer. 7-0 and 7 scoreline. Hoodwink, we back?
Wing me back, hip shot for what?
Yeah, hip shot for what indeed?
I don't think it would have made a difference though. I feel like Scurry has not had that much impact yet, but
What do you
It's one of those-
mean? He scurried and he got that long range Atos, man.
fair. But if Atos is cast from further away, it's easier to dodge.
I guess so. Not
Take
not
that.
if you're boundless struck. Take that.
If you're boundless struck, then you don't need to be Atos anyway.
Yeah, you do. How did they kill no one right there?
Alright. I will lose 0-2 right now.
Yeah, 0-2. You're
Not
not
best
doing
of
too hot
15.
today. A best of 15. Okay, I guess we have
Yeah,
two
we
games.
got two series.
Yeah, we'll get to 15. We'll get to 15. A full day, by the way, in case you guys missed it. This is not the only series happening today. We got Spirit Parivision, lower bracket. Andra Liquid, lower bracket. What is happening? It just kind of feels like this tournament has been a bit of a tailspin. Like, I don't even really understand the power levels fluctuating in real time.
Alright. Let me go back to my point about this bristleback, right? I feel like it fits
Sure.
in their formula of Parivision where they want to farm, but I feel like they like teamfight. You know, when you ask me what they want to pick, I think even from Spirit's ban, they removed like Centaur and Brew, right? Like, hey, what can this guy actually play that is gonna enable them? And right now, they have 3 cores that don't really help each other. They have Bounty that gives vision, and CM's not really a kill combo with any of these heroes.
Maybe in the earlier stages of the game, but at this point, not so much. 4-star away, still caught by the bushwhack. Radan wants to pop the BKB on the front lines. Team Spirit just kind of feels like they're baiting a fight here. They're not scared of DM at all. Radan will just chop him into little pieces and looking at Ducalis now. But Radan, maybe he's a bit too deep. A bit too far away for the rest of the Team Spirit to help him, but now no one's jumping in. He has to be so careful of a Raw. There's the setup and there's the kill. Lao with a boundless strike on the back line of Parivision.
Fatal
And a
Bond.
huge wrong form and Fatal Bonds. Can you still try and fight in this situation? Collab's gonna run in, start banging on the drums, and that lingering damage is gonna get 9 class. There's the DM buyback as well. Parivision tried to stand their ground. It costs them Radan on Team Spirit. But they're still the ones with the advantage. It's the Beastmaster with the Aegis.
Radan going a bit too deep, feeling strong with the BKB, a little hungry, but gets punished. I think that was a pretty nice fight for Parivision, honestly. They use Golem. Again, this fail bonds is a problem. Until Satanic gets this Manta, maybe. I don't know what he's going for, SMR Manta. And this Lotus on DM. This failed Warlock is always going to be a problem because there's no like insta-kill, right? Their kill right now, the only way they kill Warlock is that if Satanic goes in, crits, and no one jumps on him, that's like their stun. There's no way to actually stop this Warlock from casting spells.
Oh, Rue knows exactly where Satanic is. Nice little dodge away with the blur, but still can't get out of that point blank. Atos boundless. Blink strike away, dead. Lao gets the kill. Spirit, despite losing cause a little bit here and there, it still hasn't really changed the game state of it being drastically in their favor. 11k gold lead now at the 24-minute mark.
You want to kill a carry, you know where to find him. Just feels like the only place carries die nowadays. It's either there or they're in mid lane because they can't be there.
Yeah. They kill them once there, they just like, okay, I'll adjust, I'll go farm mid, and then you set up on the mid wave.
It's also the typical SOP, right? You die once there, then there's the Radiant has Observer Ward here ping. Double Glimmer coming out for Spirit. So they understand these fights are just about kiting. Look at Rue, he's owning, but his items are Glimmer, Ghost Scepter. He understands that any fight dragging out is just super favorable for Team Spirit right now. You see Bounty Hunter making a move to the Lotus here. Boschka? Finds him. Bye, Night Test.
Yeah, 9 class. You know, he's a ton of signature heroes throughout this tournament, throughout the past few months. Bounty doesn't really strike me as one of them. And I mean, even though I'm sure he's very good on the hero, it feels like Team Spirit know exactly where to find him. They have not been tricked by his moves at any point in this game.
It just feels like there's no one to really help him, right? And when I say no one, it's literally no one. It's just the Storm that can really kill anyone with how the game's been going. Had a pretty nice early game, but it felt like after it was 1 or 2 deaths, the game just kind of felt really hard. Parivision not as far ahead as they would like to be with this Bounty CM Bristle.
It's one of those things where you probably, I mean, it looks like, okay, you need the Storm Spirit to play, but you can't even really blame him with how fast Team Spirit were playing. He had to kind of throw his body in the mix to get 1 or 2 of these kills in. By the time he did so, suffered as a result. Still making good headway towards the BKB for himself, though. That could be a timing for Parivision.
Radan just chilling away from his team spirit in farm mode right now. Probably gonna wait for the next Aegis. I think Troll feels like he does need the Aegis to play the game. Also very happy with the game state. Pick up another free Tormentor right now. I wonder what's Parivision's comeback point in this game. I feel like it's really just Satanic go kill, you know? Get to that point. Maybe no one with BKB. The Atos has been a pain in his ass so far. Rule obviously having a really great game this early Atos. Just this boundless Wukong and lockdown combo, right? It's been no one's bane so far. No one to able to really help him. No force stuff, nothing.
And again, 9 class. It just feels like everywhere he goes, there's a sentry or a dust waiting for him, and he's not had the time of day. 0, 8, and 6, a very uncharacteristic scoreline from an otherwise extremely talented player. You were saying, Adam, that he feels like the next gen, like the leading next generation of Phosphors coming out in this current season of pro players, and it's rare to see him have such a difficult game.
I think they're all having a difficult game. He really only can scout, right? Yeah. Running into these sentries. That's why I say, like, I used to play this Bounty Riki like almost every game, right? And I feel like every time I played against the more veteran players, it always felt harder because they understood how to control the map a bit more. Like, I'm sure players like 9 class and all, they understand this as well as a concept, but we went through this patch like in, I would say 2014, 2015, where Bounty was just a first pick hero and everyone kind of learned how to play in areas with Op Sentry, you know?
Yeah.
And we see Miposhka's experience setting it up, right? Just the wards from them, the War Sentry, twice getting 9 class.
I mean, one thing about Spirit, even during the TI wins, everybody was talking it up to Miposhka and how amazing his vision control was. Clearly not a skill that has been lost in recent times. Been very sharp about making sure they have control of key areas on the map. Leaving Parivision with not much room to work with. But still, the theme this tournament, in a funny way, has been, regardless of the net worth, somehow losing teams still find an angle. And I'm not saying that net worth doesn't matter. All I'm saying is that the game isn't so easy to just stomp and smoke your opponents anymore. We'll look for DM here. Roche has respawned. DM in trouble. Nice 4-staff away. He's broken up. Gets the Lotus to dispel that. Crystal Clone holding the side of Team Spirit at bay as the rest of Parivision are able to escape. That's the Wukong's command used. Could be an opening for Parivision to try and find a fight.
I wonder what they're gonna do here. There's still a Golem and Fatal Bonds for the pit. Again, no burst for this Warlock. It's super scary to commit. Maybe just leave Satanic in the pit alone. Some goose from DM. And definitely follow it.
And this is good info for Parivision as well. They have a bunch of tracks out on the Spirit Hero, so no potential for a surprise setup. Spirit really just gonna give this one up?
It's so slow.
It is very slow, but the goose starting to stack up. Lal is still tracked. They see the Monkey King coming. They have 20 more seconds until Roche starts moving. They're gonna try. No one jumping forward, but Collapse beats him to the punch. Up there, but the Beastmaster just goes down. They fully collapse. Satanic focuses down the Beastmaster in Rune now with his defensive items, gets back up to the high ground, bushwhacks away, but surely he's gonna drop next. Cracked up. This could be the fight that the side of Parivision were waiting for. They've been patient long enough, and the Fatal Bonds rock only gonna clip one. Damage starting to pour out though, but Lal just goes down. Satanic, he's a bit too strong. Radan, he has to do it all, but he's starting to rip them into shreds. The Fatal Bonds damage, it's doing way too much.
Oh my god, Team Spirit. Pulling a rabbit out of a hat there. It looks so good for Parivision, right? It's the start onto Collapse, not getting off the Roar, not getting off the BKB dice. I told you the only way Parivision will fight is Satanic go kill, and you can't just murder Collapse to start it off.
Satanic's reaching that point. Very high levels on the PA. Level 21. Almost finishing up the Satanic. That would have allowed him to commit a bit deeper, but for now, Radan still a force to be reckoned with, especially once all your ultimates and spells are used. Oh, he's in a very annoying spot. Just out of vision, 9 class. Trust him to know all these little nooks and crannies. Radan forced to retreat. The rest of Spirit coming back in though. Now it's complicated for Parivision. They still have the Raw, still have the Wukongs available. How's he?
God. What
Okay.
is this guy?
What is this spot?
No fucking way.
Wait, do they legit not see him?
I don't know, but the patch needs to be patched again. He sees Roche too.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
insane.
Ducalis
BKB.
trying to get the steal, but Radan pops the BKB like you said. All the sneaky moves aside, it's not gonna matter. They beat him to a pulp. They see him now.
That would have been so illegal. Almost gets the Aegis, but Radan a bit too fast on the fingers. The years of experience.
I mean, you kind of also
With Army.
maybe expect a Storm Zip come in Hail Mary play to try and contest, right? Not like you see any of Parivision, so definitely something in the back of your mind. But Spirit, 73% win probability now. They've done a good job getting themselves ahead in this game. Now it's about whether they can close it. Team Parivision, if they can connect on the right hero specifically, get Collapse, get Rue out of the picture, the control is rather lacking from the side of Team Spirit. Allows Parivision to dance around the fight a lot easier.
Yeah, but Lao is close to his nullifier, and that's gonna stop the 4-star counterplays, which is kind of the only counterplay they have against this Wukong right now, right? It's the only one we saw earlier. Radan has the MKB complete too, so Satanic can't really blink in. I'm sure Radan, as soon as he sees PA, is gonna turn. Go Scepter onto DM too. Not gonna be the most useful. Lao already able to remove it. Parasma onto no one. This team fight still is just, I feel like it's all Miposhka, man. Every fight, even that 2v4 fight, just Fatal Bonds, Golem. It's so cheating when you play as one hero and like whole win condition is like, I need to press 2 buttons.
He didn't even press the second button that well, right? Like, he literally got a golem on one bristleback.
Bristleback, yeah.
Like, literally,
Who
it
cares?
only connected on DM. But he still managed to get the Fatal Bonds onto 4, thanks to that daytime vision and the high ground advantage. Spirit, what do they want to do here? It's still quite a bit until, you know, this Aegis expires, so they're biding their time, maybe waiting to regroup, fix up some of these lanes.
Just hunting a little. Looks like they still want to get more items. They understand that they're ahead, but they're not like brain dead, we're gonna win level. You be careful of positioning, especially on Miposhka, right? He's just the most important hero. Start out here.
Rue tries to get a setup, but Lal, he was the one setting up on the mid lane. Satanic gets found! Satanic needs to get out! BKB Pop trying to blur! Gets the Blink Strike away onto DM, but Radan, hard on his heels, doesn't want to give this one up. Another Blink Strike, meanwhile, no one on the back line. They get 9 class. They tried to set up on the Hoodwink, but they pay the price for it. And the stun! The stun on the last bit of BKB! Oh, that did not work out the way that Parivision wanted. I can tell you that for free. You can
BKB.
you can tell
Mike.
the panic kind of setting in a little bit there for Parivision. They're desperately trying to find whatever they can on the map. They spot a glimpse of the Hoodwing, try to set up, but suddenly they see the Monkey King all over their PA, and they have no choice but to try and commit to distract the side of Team Spirit. Comes at such a cost though. 35 seconds without your Storm Spirit. No one. He's been the big playmaker for Parivision so far. Now Radan on your high ground. Just turn around on 9 class. Hey, how dare you show yourself? Such an easy kill. And more seconds until the storm is up. They have to respect the zip from the fountain, but it's an easy tower to get with the troll beating on your doorstep. Adam, you talked about this. You can't just ignore Radan, and he is scaling up big time.
Team Spirit feeling giga strong right now. These fights again, they're just too easy. It feels like, you see Satanic there? Once Radan got on top of him, he just had to run. This is your 4-slot PA. He has Nullifier queued up. But there's just so much control. Even if he pops BKB, there's Golem, there's Roar. Where's the damage supposed to come in from? It's definitely not coming from DM. No one's trying his best, but these items on the supports, the net worth on both Rue and Warlock, the Glimmers, the Ghost Scepters, how do you really stick onto them? It's so hard, man.
Look at Miposhka's items. Solar Crest, Blades, and Glimmer. He's full on aura man right now. He knows exactly what he needs to do as long as he can survive to drop that rock and the Fatal Bonds. Even if it's onto 2 cores, it's gonna be very meaningful. And it feels like Team Spirit.
No.
They are. It almost feels like cheating a little bit with this Warlock. Parivision, they only have one opportunity in these fights, the initial jump. And if they can't make that work, they just slowly but surely fall apart.
Team Spirit trying to sweep. Don't really want to hit high ground, looking for a pick off. They have good wards in the mid lane. You see no one. Now TPs to the outpost as well. You know where Parivision is.
Process of elimination there. Both carries pretty nearby each other, but they have no idea. Seems like Parivision have some semblance of an inkling. No one forced to pop the BKB and just zip out. That's a defensive BKB pop.
Do you see his talent on Radan? He has the Whirling Axis Pierce's magic immunity, so even more man fight power against the Titanic.
Oh,
There's
yikes.
no way this PA fights you. It's
Yeah.
actually just no way.
That's so annoying.
I feel like we so commonly see the left one. I didn't even know what the right one was till I took a look.
Yeah, that's true. It's always the Battletron Strong Dispel just because it's such a reset button in the fight.
Nothing to reset this time.
I mean, what do you care about, right? Just a little bit of goo, just a little track or whatnot. Who cares? They're literally the raid boss right now.
Literally is going for a Silver Edge next. They'll break of his own. Really nice against the PA and the Bristleback. Also gonna give them like more map kill. Vision, they're smoking out though. They know this is a losing game. The longer they wait, the harder it gets.
Oh, if they can find Miposhka or Rue, that'd be huge. Wrapping around, they have to go onto Radan first, but take a look at the counter initiate turn. It's just waiting to happen. It looks like a disaster. Boundless strike, and they only find 9 class. Haven't really used much else yet. Parivision, they can buy back on this bounty hunter. I thought for sure Miposhka would just come in and drop a rock on all 4 of their heads, but the Warlock a little bit too slow this time round. Doesn't really matter. They don't lose anything on Spirit.
They're just saving spells. Miposhka knows, Collapse knows. He tried to Raw Storm, didn't get it. He's like, okay, I won't press this button. Same with Miposhka. Do I really need to use Golem if Satanic or no one isn't committing onto someone? The answer is no.
Yeah. Very, very straightforward state of affairs here. Like you mentioned, Spirit, this game feels easy for them. It's almost like just checking things off a checkbox. If you don't see Satanic come in, no point dropping the rock, no point dropping the roll. Wait until no one commits, and then you start pressing your spells. Everything else doesn't matter. This bounty hunter's just nothing but a very weak meat shield at this point. And now you look at the draft of Parivision. In isolation, if you just look at the heroes, you can kind of understand what they were trying to go for, right? They wanted to play around no one. Like you said, the main enabler of the team. DM, that last pick, Bristleback, obviously was meant to be a front line to give information for the Storm, for the PA, but I don't think they anticipated just how much they would lose out in this early game. DM barely had any game to start with. Radan basically got free farm. Thing can be said for Collapse, and they just ran a truck over the map.
Yeah, Radan goes for a Butterfly. Doesn't feel the need for the Silver Edge. More unkillable. There's like no way anyone gets any true strike. Just poking at each other a little. Satanic.
Set up in the mid lane, drop the rock, drop the nullifier, BKB pop, Satanic. We'll try and turn around, commit onto Ru with his own nullifier. Getting him very low, and the hoodwink goes down. Wukong's command dropped onto him, but he's able to blur strike away. Okay, not too bad. Wukong's wasted. They haven't gotten anything. Not too bad of a situation for Parivision. Roll comes out though. Who have they found? The PA, but Satanic boundless. Now he's being controlled. Now he doesn't have a BKB, and he's actually gonna turn around and try and commit. Use the back line, freezing field to cover his tracks. They're still managing to push the side of Spirit back. This is looking rough now. No one starting to jump around. Max mana punishing the side of Team Spirit, and Radan, he has to do it all.
Oh my, the need
All these fatal bonds, but Radan, he's way too strong. Lao's gonna come back in and just beat them up. You might have taken down the supporting cast of Spirit, but you can't shrug off the troll just yet. They're trying to slow them down. Who's slowing them down, but they need to be careful. Buyback on Satanic. Now Spirit, they need to try and run. Lao's gonna get control. They'll focus him down first. Ignore the troll. Just kite him around. Keep him slow to a crawl.
Done. Can he do it? He has the talent for it.
He's gonna try. Satanic is controlled, but Satanic has the help. Satanic has his friends around him. DM might not.
Red boss, baby.
They are pulling him left, right, and center. Radan, he's trying his damn best, but it's not enough. Satanic finishes the job with a crit. And somehow Parivision hold.
It's level 25 for them now too, and Mike Roshan spawned during all that.
Only consolation is that Rue managed to get the AD rune, so at least makes it a little bit of a slower attempt, but what a hold there. I mean, what went wrong for Spirit? They had like everything. We were talking about how easy this game was supposed to be. How did Parivision get the better of them?
I think it was just them not being able to stick onto Satanic. Collapse was in the bot lane when all that broke out. They committed Wukongs, and honestly, the snot rockets from DM just kind of kept everyone in place. I almost want to see Radan go for an Aghanims right now. Get the blessing. Maybe expecting to get it from Roche so he's not buying it, but I feel like there's just so much kiting going on. He needs to be able to stick onto targets.
The type of game that makes you feel like you want something like a Boots of Bearing or Disperser just to shrug off all those annoying goose stacks, because that felt like the difference maker in that fight. That's going to be the difference maker in terms of making this Roche drop in a matter of seconds. Parivision now. Closing out the gold lead, finding an opportunity, like we said, seems to be the theme this tournament. Doesn't really matter how far ahead you are. The losing team can somehow, some way, always find a way to come back. And I think that's just a byproduct of great Dota. And players that are just so good at the goddamn game.
It's been the story so far. The lack of Abyssal Blade too for Team Spirit, right? Just this Wukong's coming out. PA blinks out. Okay, not enough damage to kill him. Satanic doing a really nice job of kiting around. No one as well. Very mobile, very fast heroes, right? DM just constantly with the goose spam. The track on top giving the bonus move speed. Spirit. A little bit of jitters maybe. I don't want to say that. I feel like this game is still so much in their control, but Satanic is getting closer to Rapira territory. Oh, he goes for MKB actually.
I don't mind that. It's a bit of a safer option. Gives them more room for error.
Nice.
Or maybe with this Aegis, you would have wanted to sort of balls to the wall, just try and end the game here. Parivision. They are in fact baiting DM, pull him in. That's the counter initiation. It's a lot of damage onto that poor Bristol. He's important in the fight. The Golem doesn't come out. Wukong's already drops, but Satanic is the one in trouble. First life down, Radan still looking for an opening. BKB was already used, collapse. He's dropping low. There's the Golem there. It's the Fatal Bonds. Two heroes drop easily. And Miposhka, he was just biding his time. Now Satanic has to retreat. Miposhka has been such a big factor in these fights. You get collapse and you get Lao, but you need to find this Warlock. He's just sentencing you to death every time the Fatal Bonds comes out.
This Spunky, he needs a Lincolns or something. I thought Miposhka was going to protect him for sure. He needed to drop the Wukongs for the armor. Pia just shredding through him. Has the shard now too. It's going to be even easier next time, but I feel like this Wukong is so much of Spirit's damage too. Relying on Radan to do it all is so scary. We see how he gets kited eventually.
Radan?
Nice game.
Running up into... DM smoked out. Okay. Well, they're just going to walk past each other. I mean, I guess that's where the facet for the Monkey King comes into play, right? Because he died at the start of that fight. But Wukongs was still persisting and doing quite a bit of damage to the members of Parivision just because of the Wukong's faithful. They don't care that he died. They're still going to try and avenge him.
Arise.
Arise.
So I feel like, man, this game is so even right now. It's all about the crits from Satanic, right? Like, can he kill Laurel? Can he kill Collapse? Not too many defensive items, right? I talked about how hard it is to kill Miposhka and Rook, who are not dying because of their iron build, but Collapse and Laurel go down pretty damn fast. DM going for the AC too, gonna make things even easier.
Crazy how fast these things change. Just 2-3 minutes ago, we were, despite some of those fight losses, still pretty convinced that Spirit were the ones in the driver's seat. 11k gold lead on paper, you would think that that's the case, but the tides are starting to turn here. Parivision finding their openings. Not as easy to keep them locked down in place as it was before. One Golem, one Bushwhack, it's not enough. Radan
even maybe regretting this Butterfly a little right now. Obviously, still a really strong item against the Storm, but MKB on PA, you would have loved to end the game before that. Bit of a redundant item right now. No one Lincoln's complete. Bit more of a survivability. A lot more items coming out. DM not going for AC anymore. BKB kill up. What's next on the menu for them? Tormentor maybe? I can imagine both teams just gonna wait for Roche, try to drag it out. Sure, Team Spirit feels like if they lose just one more fight, Mike, the game might just be out of their hands. Which is so weird to say, right? With the past 30 minutes of how this game's been going.
Absolutely. I can't honestly believe that we've gotten to this point, but with the trajectory of how this tournament has gone, this feels like every single game has been this situation where it's fiercely contested and both teams don't back down and never give up. Carlos though, getting found out. This should be a freebie. We're still clone. Forced up to the high ground. Nice little plays there. Trying to dance around. Surely will still be killed off. Managing to TP home. Wow. Okay. Not a free kill then. Nice plays there from the Crystal Maiden.
Alright, so next timing for Team Spirit is this Hexus Wink coming up with his own as well as Collapse. So just more lockdown. I think feeling that Storm is pretty hard to roll. No one been doing a really good job of just dodging left and right. Collapse almost has his. It's gonna be flying out. Trying to get 25 as well. 2.5 minutes till Roche starts to spawn. Both teams being super safe.
How much more can Radan or Lal really scale in this game? Okay, Collapse as well. He's basically 6 slotted at this point. The Hex freshly picked up. That could catch someone on Parivision by surprise.
Honestly, the answer is a lot. You know, you can eat eggs on both their heroes.
Fair, okay.
I think also another big thing that can come out is not only this Hex on Rue, but I think if Miposhka gets a refresher, that's a double BKB control, right? I think that'll be super significant. We've seen the value of just one rock from him. I think having 2 is going to be pretty fight-changing.
Things quietening down now as both teams tense up here. Just a recap if you're just joining us. Team Spirit spent the better part of the first 35 minutes in complete control. They were running through Parivision, but Parivision managing to find a couple of nice openings, baiting the Team Spirit into the high ground and kiting out Radan. That's always been the problem with Troll Warlord, and they're starting to face it firsthand now. Having trouble connecting on these heroes. 9 class steps out to try and get the wisdom. 4-star. No one comes back in. Has to watch himself. Wukong's actually committed. The bounty hunter still being chased down, but finally finished off by Rue. But a commitment being made though by Team Spirit.
Just growing the network lead. Finally, it feels like one clean kill for our Team Spirit, right? Every fight has been so back and forth. They want more though. DM might run under a ward.
So what's the plan here for Team Spirit? What do they need to do to decisively win a fight?
The plan's coming.
Okay, well, if they can focus down Satanic, that'll be a good start. Blinks over to Lao. He's trying to go in and commit for Collapse, but Collapse might be able to turn around and punish him instead. They don't even need the rock for the PA. He's gone. He has the buyback. DM has one as well, but no one just dancing around. He knows that this fight is lost. They can't continue the engagement in this area. Lao's gonna jump forward, look for more. Try and force out some buybacks. And most the 4v5 situation. Ultimate's already used though. Radan, you can't afford to TP in here on the DM.
No PA. How can you touch me, guys?
Raw out onto DM. This could be a dieback. Satanic, he has to come back in, but he's far too late. Parivision letting it slip a little bit. Satanic's gonna try and blink in, try and finish off Loud. No one. Tag teaming in. No mana on Storm. They will beat up the Monkey King, but the Wukong's command the Golems just beating all of them up. GG is called. It's Parivision. They try their damn